Well, hi guys, it's that time. It's our Bible teaching snippet of the day. Today I want to talk to you just a little more about the video that I posted yesterday, and I was talking about the why and everything, but at the end of the video, what I talked about was a cellular hair DNA, okay? And I showed you these two different pages that I printed off of my cellular hair DNA report, okay? And that hair DNA report tests the follicle or the root of the hair, not the hair itself, okay? And it takes it down to a cell level to see what the cell contains in it. And I told you that I had 4 toxins that, from my studies, would have turned into cancer over time. I had aspartame from all the fake sweetener that I used and the drinks that I drank, the zeros and the Diet Cokes and junk like that. I had Roundup in my body, formaldehyde, and antifreeze, and those are our typical household names for those: glyphosate, methanol, and propylene glycol. But anyway, within 3 months, and of course I talked to you about my nutrient levels, how low they were. You know, people talk about eating meat is where we get our protein. Well, the 1 meal a day I eat, I always eat meat, and I'm at 60%. Within 3 months, I had gotten rid of all of the toxins out of my body. No more risk of cancer developing as those cells mutate and change, right? So I'm clear there. My kidneys, my liver, my heart, everything is at 100% functionality. And listen, my bladder and my liver were both toxic, by the way. And I didn't even know it because there was no symptoms yet, okay? But also what I saw was within 3 months, I was at 100% on nutrient level. And the reason that we get sick is because our nutrient level, what our body needs in it, is not there. We're not giving it what it needs. So now our body is kind of exposed in weakness to getting sick, okay? So it's kind of like putting on the full armor of God, right? We put the right nutrients in us and we maintain that nutrients, and it's like we don't get sick. And I rarely get sick, okay? But I did want to say this today. I want to make sure I say this. It took me 3 months to get to a perfect 10 where I'm toxic free, but I'm also at a perfect level as far as my proteins and my immune strength, magnesium, potassium, iodine, iron, zinc, calcium. My B comps and all of my other vitamins are flat out at 100%, right? I need to say this because this is very important. The lady that does these tests, she is not vegan. She believes in eating animal meats to get your protein. And I started doing this in 2017 prior to me becoming a vegetarian or a vegan, okay? As I started changing my diet, did you know my last test that I had, and look, I hadn't had any animal meat in over 1.5 years, okay? I have not, and now it's been 3 months since I've had any milk, eggs, cheese, or dairy. Did you know that I'm still a perfect 10? I'm still a perfect 10. All of my nutrients are where they need to be and everything. I'm just saying that I've had a test since I've changed my diet. Now, the lady that I sent the test to didn't know it because I didn't want her to go at it from a negative viewpoint of, oh, she's not getting protein anymore. Let me check her protein closer because she's not eating dead animals anymore. No, my protein was at 100% on my test after I quit eating animal meats, and all of the other nutrients were perfect as well. So I just wanted to throw that in today, okay? Now, what I want to do today, though, okay, because I want to make this light. Guys, I'm not judging people. I was a meat eater for 56 years, and then I quit eating meat, and then I went to not eating any of the byproducts. Why do I just keep teaching this over and over? Okay, I taught healing for 5 or 6 years or longer, okay? If I can teach people how to live and not be sick, that is a greater good. If I can teach you a lifestyle and a diet and how to live and not be sick, so you're not going from one mud puddle to the next, one prayer to the next, one healing to another healing. What if you don't need to be healed? That's the whole goal. It isn't about getting God to heal you. How about let's just not get sick? Doesn't that make more sense? I mean, really? Okay, so what I want to do today, okay, is I want to give you some testimonies, because a lot of times what we don't realize for ourselves, what we're doing to our bodies through what tradition has taught us. Now, I talked about this yesterday. There's 4 reasons why people eat animal meat and take in the byproducts, milk, eggs, cheese, and all of that. Okay, taste. We learn to like it. It's a taste, right? I can't live without my ribeye. I can't live without my cheese. All of that. That's a taste thing. Habits. That's a second one. Convenience. Did you know being able to eat animal meat, milk, eggs, cheese, and all that, it's convenience. My husband used to, when he was hungry, he would fix like 2 fried eggs, put it on bread with a lot of mayonnaise and cheese, and drink a glass of milk. And he was getting everything that he did not need in his body other than some straight out dead animal meat, right? And sometimes he had that, but because he would add some meat into that. But it was convenient, it was quick, and it was easy, and he liked the taste. And he learned these things through number 4, tradition. We are taught through customs, traditions, and it's passed down from generation to generation. And it's like my grandmama made the cake this way in this specific pan, and who am I to think outside the box of how it was passed down to me? Well, I'm telling you why you need to think about this. It's not just our health and our lifestyle, it's the health of all of our loved ones, our children and everything. And watch, and it's also the health of, and people think you going liberal on them, and I'm not liberal, but we don't even think about what we're doing to our earth in all of the mass production, reproduction, I should say, of animals that we force to have bunches and bunches of babies so we can kill about 7 billion of them in about 3 weeks. Do the math on that. Less than 3 weeks, 21 days, we have killed over 7 billion animals to satisfy the God of our stomachs. That's Philippians chapter 3, verse 19. And what we don't understand is that we're hurting animals, we're hurting the earth, we're destroying our environment, we're killing our children without knowing it, no knowledge of it, and ourselves. And we're supporting a false system of nutrition, as well as supporting the medical profession, that they should not play such a role in our life. We should not even be answering the question, who's your primary doctor? Who is your primary drugstore? I don't even have an answer for either one of those because I'm not on any drugs and I don't go to doctors. But that's a standard question now. And people look at you like you flew in from a different planet when you say I don't have one of those. So here's what I want to do for the rest of my time. I want to bless you with some healing testimonies about children whose parents changed to going vegan, getting rid of animal meat and byproducts, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden their children aren't sick anymore, okay? Because here's the thing. I'm 56. I can't make a whole lot of an impact, but I guarantee you my little 5.5-year-old grandbaby, I call him my grandbaby, my little Eli, he can impact the whole world. Because every person he sees and every person he knows, he's going to influence them through his lack of participating in tradition that's been passed down to us, okay? So I want to talk to you a little bit. I'm going to read you, this is Robin. Robin told me it was okay to use her name and to talk about her children. She says, my kids are pretty much vegetarian, not vegan quite yet, okay? They're coming along and they love it too. We've cut out eggs for them and cow's milk for one of them. My oldest girl still wants cow milk, but is still starting to drink plant milk. So she's converting, okay? Sometimes it takes time. It's a process, guys, okay? Not everybody can be a teetotaler, okay? I'm a teetotaler kind of chick if I want to be. But sometimes it's just a process to change, right? Okay, let me keep reading. For the almost 11-year-old, it has been, and then she says, now, the drinking the milk and going to plant was the 11-year. Now, my 8-year-old saw her body go from mucus to 0 mucus in 1 day from stopping cow's milk. She's all in. She was coughing and gagging every single day after drinking cow's milk. She had diarrhea, and it's gone. Fluctuating with constipation from cheese, that's gone. As for me, talking about herself, the mom, okay, this is Robin. As for me, I've not been to a doc in about 5 or 6 years, but I have changes. Positive changes. I used to have dry cuticles that cracked and bled, and that's gone. I used to have dry, cracked hands. That's gone. I used to have awful, awful periods. She's talking about her female cycle. They are so peaceful and blessed now and are normal. My sister-in-law has that same testimony. Women have no idea what milk, eggs, and cheese and all that dairy is doing to their female parts. And men, you guys are getting prostate cancer from it. Okay, and I've only been vegan since February the 4th. February the 4th, and she sees these changes. She says my facial skin used to be reddened on my cheeks like lupus. I didn't have a doctor diagnosis of lupus or anything, but my skin was not in order. I could not be in the sun, and I would blister on my chest for no reason at all. So that was the notes that she sent me. The next one I want to talk about is I talked to a friend of mine, Heather Baum, and she's on, this is kind of like her new ministry where she talks to people about that. She was one of these that was chasing healing. Just speak to it, command it to go, and that it would go away and obey you. But so they saw a little bit of getting better, but then it always came back. And I talked to her and asked her permission to talk about some of the things that she has seen as well. And this is about her 3 kids. One, her little boy's 3, another little boy is 6, and she's got an 18-year-old daughter, okay? And I'm not using their names, but you can find Heather, B-A-L-M, Baum, on Facebook. She does some great videos, by the way. So her kids started sleeping better. They used to wake up a lot, and their bowel movements, they were constipated. They might go 3 times a week, maybe, possibly, but they were constipated a lot. Now they go every day. This is big, guys. We don't think about that. Her kids used to be cranky and moody. One of them, the doctors wanted to prescribe ADHD, the meds for her son, and because he was moody and didn't sleep, he couldn't concentrate, he had behavior problems. All of that is gone now. No problems in that. Now let's talk about her 18-year-old. She had eczema and skin issues. All that's gone. They removed dairy, and her sinus infections and headaches all went away. And I think she said something about, maybe she didn't say anything about her monthly cycles. Don't hold me to that. I didn't write it down. But here's the thing. What if we were smart enough to remove what's causing the problem instead of going to doctors to try to cover it up with medications, or even for those of us who have faith to be healed and we believe in healing? What if we wouldn't have to beg God to heal us all the time and just keep speaking to that thing, if we would just quit putting what's causing it into our bodies? Before I wrap up today, I'm going to show you something, and these are going to be a little bit harsh, okay, guys, but I want to drive this home for the good of your children, the life of your children, living life long in the land of the living, not the land of the dying. When we're taking in dead animals in our body, we are walking in the land of the dead and dying. Okay, we need to be putting living things in our body, like Tanya talked about when she was here last week. I want to show you this. Now, none of us as parents, and I know this, want our babies to be sick like this and in a bed dying from the big C word, right? We don't want our babies to have any of those sickness and diseases, okay? But watch what this is. You see that? It's called a Happy Meal. Did you know there's nothing happy about that? The animal's not happy, your baby ain't happy, and we are seeing the effects of our diets in our own children, and we've been lied to about it, guys. We've been lied to, okay? And I want the best for your family. Guys, I want your family to live life long in the land. And how can I do that? You know what? I said this one other time. I'm going to say it today as my closing statement. I will not stand in front of Jesus and him ask me why I didn't teach the things he taught me. I will not do that. It says in Hosea that my people perish, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. He was not talking to people there. God wasn't. God was talking to the teachers and the priests, the people who were supposed to be teaching and showing people how they're supposed to live. And I will not be responsible for knowing that little kids are laying in beds with horrible diseases, and I did not come out and tell the Christian community that we need to rethink what tradition and religion have taught us about our diet. I'm going to love you, and I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.